Good evening, guys. A wonderful week starts again. Today is Monday, so I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Yes, a bit stuck at home, but still, over the weekends, I'm sure that you had some time to spend with your family, though you were working from home for the whole the week. Um, well, today we are going to talk about something which is honestly a need of the hour, I can tell, and something stirred up today. Actually, I got a call today morning around about 11:30 in the morning. Okay, and it was from an organization from Bangalore. Okay, and they started asking a couple of questions. I mean, initially I thought like, well, is the call about me? I mean, like, why are they giving a call to me? Then they revealed that my name was actually given by one of my team members, okay, for a recommendation as a reference. Okay, now I remember this person because this person used to work in my team in my last organization. There I used to work. Okay, and I knew exactly. I remembered, though I have left the organization almost it's like 78 years, but I still remember the way he used to deliver, the work assignment and other things, and the kind of work that I used to assign to him related to R&D part and working with the graphical user team. So luckily I remembered everything, and I remembered his interpersonal skills also. I remembered the way he interacted within the team, and I honestly speaking, I was pretty convincing over the call, and to such an extent that I was having a conversation with the HR head and the general manager, and the HR head at one point of time literally asked me like, is it like this person has given me a call and asked to give a good feedback about this person. That's the reason I'm speaking so confidently about, because when they asked me about when he reported me last, it was in the year 2013. Okay, the end of the 2013 August, if I'm not wrong, August, right? So the HR person, she was very curious as to how I could speak so confidently about this guy even after 7 years. Well, the thing is, I made it a very point clear that see, within this 7 years, it's not that he's reporting to me or we are working together. But I remember he joined the organization in 2011, and I left the organization in 2013. So that makes 2 years, and within those 2 years, he was reporting to me. So I remembered each and every aspect about his deliverables. I knew the kind of difficulties he faced. He had a bit of communication problem, on which we worked together, on which we developed certain I would say process, wherein he was facing difficulty while having a conference call with the clients. All right, I still remember. And so the majority thing what happened was, but he used to write wonderfully framed professional emails. So what was done is, we tried to divert more emails towards him to be answered, to be sent to the client with a resolution and everything. And his score changed, his quality scores changed, and clients were happy because they got very well framed mails with all the steps mentioned, and they were able to follow the steps, and they were able to solve the problem. Almost his mail was, I still remember one of the recommendations from one of the client. They are one big client in US, and they are into printing technologies themselves, and they mentioned that when I received this mail from this person, the bulleted point and the step by step guidance helped me a lot. I mean, I was able to work on the printer, I was able to work on the resetting the software, and my problem was solved, without causing a loss of work manpower, man hour. And because they were also working on site, so they said that it was like almost like a manual. I followed the step, and it literally worked. So I remembered that, and I quoted this experience only with the HR person. And the HR person was pretty convinced, honestly speaking, pretty convinced, and they pretty felt very happy. And then I don't know why, but then they asked me a question as to, well, when you have such a wonderful team, why did you take a decision to leave? Well, I took a decision to leave the last organization because I had something in my mind. I wanted to start my own startup, which is giving a platform to the artisans of Bengal and India, an online platform wherein they can sell their own handicrafts and handloom work, and they can be sustainable themselves. So basically, I was trying to develop a platform wherein the artisans come together and sell their artwork to global platform, to global art lovers, and they can be sustainable themselves instead of going through brokers, instead of going through a middle person, a middleman. They can directly work on their artwork, and they can directly send it, and the payment would be directly sent to their account. So that I was working on that. So well, the general manager was happy, and he said, he literally mentioned that, with your confidence, I don't feel hesitant, welcoming him into my team. Well, that's a good news. I mean, amid all the layoffs and pay cuts and other things, and people losing their job. Well, this is a good news, and I congratulate the person for landing up into such a nice job. Everything fine. Now that reminded me of couple of points. I mean, see, the thing is, luckily I remembered this person and his deliverables and the way he worked within the team. Lucky of me. But the thing is, and lucky of him also, because if I couldn't have had the reconciliation of his deliverables in the right moment, in the right time, I might be hesitant in giving the answer, and that would have given a lot of confusion to this person who was interviewing on behalf of this candidate. Okay, even the HR person would have sensed my hesitation as my I would say hesitation to say something negative about this employer. Okay, so the main thing is that reminded me of 3 points. Okay, that reminded me of 3 points wherein the thing is that see, guys, whenever you are referring to whenever you are referring to any employer about your past reference, like if you are asking for a recommendation to be given, a reference has to be given. Well, guys, I believe you need to remember, everybody needs to remember a couple of points, like 3 to 4 points, I would rather say, from my present today's experience. First thing is, it is always better giving a call before you provide a reference to your potential employer, because they ask a reference only after you have cleared couple of rounds. Okay, and when they are really seriously considering you to take you on board. Now that is the time when they ask for a recommendation. All right, they ask a recommendation to confirm about not your skill sets or others, but they generally want to know what kind of team player you were, what kind of within the team interaction you had, what kind of team motivation motivated you, and so on. So the thing is, if you just send a mail or you just give a call, that is also a good way of getting remaining connected with your past employers, managers, or directors, whomsoever you were reporting to. Now the main thing is, if you write a mail 3 to 4 days prior to providing the name, after you have cleared a couple of rounds of interview, okay, and you're planning to consider let's say that person to be as a reference, asking as a recommendation, I would say that give a call to that person. Okay, that person also feels pretty good about him or her being remembered by his past team members. That builds up a very positive vibe within. Okay, you before even you ask like for a recommendation, they personally feel good. Yes, it is. We a lot of time we are hesitant as to, okay, it has been so many years, I have not given a call, and I've never spoken to this person or exchanged some mail or messages over WhatsApp. But suddenly, I mean, if I ask for a recommendation, it might be that the person will feel that, okay, it's now a need of the hour. That's the reason the person is mentioning my name. So, and guys, please remember one thing. Providing a person or a manager's name or a director's name or an employer's name in your CV does not mean that it is just an value addition. It seriously means these guys who are interviewing you are going to place a call. So it's not just that, okay, whether this guy is honest enough to or bold enough, or didn't had any past bad experience with the last employer, that's the reason he can confidently give the name. It's not like that, guys. Make very sure, if you are giving one name or 10 names, all the 10 guys or the 10 people or the 10 responsible people would be given a call from the HR department for your background check. So it is always better that you give a call to the person from whom you are asking for a recommendation. It is always better to give a call. All right, you can give a call or you can send a mail. Okay, and what it does is it confirms that the reference whose name you are providing, his email ID and his phone number has not changed. Okay, luckily, see, this guy remembered, had my number, and he provided it. What if that number was not valid enough? What if that number was somehow it got changed, or replaced or something? So in that case, what would have happened is the potential employer would have given to a number which was invalid, and that would have given a very wrong notion into their mind that, okay, this guy is playing with us. I mean, like, he's just is giving a number, just to show that he can give a number or a reference, and he never thought that we will give a call. So that sets a very wrong notion. Okay, so when you give a call to your manager, when you give a call to your ex director, when you call or send an email to your ex-employer asking for a recommendation, well, it confirms, along with the personal touch, along with the connectivity, what it does is it also confirms that the contact information are still the same, that okay, because it might be couple of months, couple of years that you might have communicated with your past employer. So it's very obvious. I mean, we do not send mails every day to our past employers. Let's be very practical. But the thing is, that also confirms that the email ID, the phone number that you are going to provide of this reference as a recommendation has remained unchanged, and the potential employer interviewing you can reach the person whom you have mentioned without any difficulty. Okay, there's 2 points. And the third thing is, I would say always it's better that you give a call. Okay, you give a call to your past employer or manager or director, and it's just like you just give a call, and obviously you can after the hi and hellos, everything, obviously please be polite and please be formal about it. I mean, see, you are asking for a favor, a recommendation, and a recommendation goes a long way, right, guys? So, but the thing is, you don't have to be extra sweet as to, okay, sir, I remember you every day in my dreams, in my working hours. You taught me so much, I learned so much, and nothing. See, please don't butter around. That doesn't work. Okay, please be very genuine about, what you can do is, after asking about the whereabouts as to how is he doing and everything, and that you are doing personally good in, in your life and in your job, you can mention that, sir or ma'am, that I'm looking for a career change, and this is the kind of position that I'm looking for, and I am being interviewed by one of the organization, if you don't feel very confident about providing the employer's name, well, then you should not be confident about giving that person's name as a reference, because it has to be a trust built. Okay, that trust has to be there. You need to mention that, okay, this so and so organization has already interviewed me and it is going in a good direction. So may I mean, it's like asking, may I ask a small favor? May I see, the thing is, you can ask very politely, you can ask politely, so that they are open to decline. If they have a doubt, if they do not want to do that, they're open to decline. So how can you do that? You can ask your employer that, is it okay to mention your name in my reference? Would you be considering a positive feedback, of positive recommendation about me and my deliverables, if given a call or if contacted? See, the thing is, that's a very open-ended I would say it's a very open-ended and a close-ended question at the same time. See, if the reference, or if the person whom you are asking for a reference from or recommendation, if the person is not confident, if the person, it's not about his personal or her personal feeling about you, the person in discussion might not be remembering your deliverables, because if a manager or a director whom you have reported 10 years ago, or 7 years ago, or 15 years ago, honestly speaking, in this 10 years, he might not be remembering what you were doing, when you reported to him. So the best part is, to be on the same page, you asking in a way which would be both open-ended and a close-ended. See, the open-ended part is, you might ask like, sir or ma'am, is it okay if I send you my current CV? And if not asking for too much, could you just go through it in the part where I used to report to you, okay, or I used to work with your organization, and could you just consider providing positive feedback if contacted? Now, the open-ended part is, you sending your CV makes the person very confident that, okay, I don't have to think, I just don't have to think something and give it up to the potential employers. I will have some solid information. I can go through his CV. I can understand what his deliverables were when he used to report to me, and I can get back to the employer with a very valid information, not just a vague thought, yes, I remember. Not like that, because that will not work. That will not work as a good recommendation for you. Second is, the close-ended part is, see, if the person is not feeling confident about you giving a recommendation or a positive feedback, or even because the person might have forgotten your deliverables and everything. And also, if the person is not confident, the person can immediately say, well, I don't think I can do that because I'm running into a lot of schedules, and well, he can give you a reason, okay, whatever the reason is. But then you know that, well, this is not the right person, or this is not the right reference to give, because this recommendation will not add much value to my profile. Okay, so what it does, because there is a risk, like when you suddenly give your you suddenly remember the name of your manager or the director, and you give the person's name, you see suddenly the person receives a call. I mean, don't forget, this person is also working, this person is also in a very demanding position. The person might be in a meeting, the person might be in a team huddle, the person might be in some conference. So that puts him in a very uncomfortable situation. So what is best is, once you have asked, like, if the person agrees, okay, yes, like, why don't you send your CV, and it's good that you have discussed your job profile that you're looking for, and well, once I go through it, you can provide my name as a reference. Now, what you have a solid recommendation. The person would be updated about your whereabouts in your career. The person would be knowing about your deliverables, what they were, let's say 7 years or 10 years back. Okay, and third thing is, the person also knows that you are counting on him. Okay, and see, this way you can end the call by stating, sir or ma'am, if I have to put your name as the reference, what time would be suitable for you to attend a call because if it's an email, it can be answered anytime. If it is a if it's a phone call, or let's say if it is a Zoom call, if it is a Skype call, like the person has to be available, okay? And you can ask like, sir or ma'am, what would be a convenient time which I can mention to my potential employer to contact you. Now that would really make up a very positive mindset in your ex-manager or ex-employer or ex-director's mind, that you, though you are not with the organization still, but still you respect his time. Now the thing is, when a person feels respected, obviously there is a positive mindset, all right, and that will add a lot when the person gives a feedback about you. It will come very spontaneously, it will come very positively, and it will be very free flowing. Now these are the three things which your potential employers are looking for, that whether your past employers are comfortable talking about you. They really don't want to know how many projects you deliver. They really don't want to know whether you worked extra hard, extra things and extra hours. What they really wanted to know is how your interpersonal or human connection was within the team and with him. Okay, so guys, I believe before you ask for recommendation, whether it's in LinkedIn, whether it's in your biodata, because the biodatas and CVs are getting updated these days while you are applying for your job, it's a good way to add value to your CV. I mean, it's a mandate, I would rather say, that you actually go for recommendations from your past employers, past managers and past directors, right? Because see, no matter what you have put in the paper, those are skill sets, those are your deliverables, so absolutely fine. But the thing is, after this pandemic, I keep on repeating this, see, the employers would be looking for your human factor, how you were as a team member, what were your team interpersonal skills, how your deliverables were with your manager or the reporting person, and how you used to handle communication, feedback and everything, right? So guys, next time when you ask for a feedback or a recommendation, please contact that person and work on those 4 points. Like, what are the first point? First is asking for let's say the because see, you don't want the employers to catch you and your reporting director on different pages. See, the reason which you have mentioned to your potential employers or interviewing employers about your exit, as to why you left the last organization, why you left this organization in the year 2010. See, if you have mentioned the reason, that reason has to resonate, that reason has to be the same which your reference also mentions. Okay, I mean, he if he doesn't remember you, he might be saying, okay, he was looking for a better opportunity, but you might have said that I was not getting much projects on my skill sets. So those are two I would say opposite feedbacks which will not work, right? So to be on the same page, please give a call, confirm the time, send your CV, and ask open-ended question and close-ended question about whether you can provide your their name as a recommendation, and whether they are confident and comfortable providing a positive feedback, which if they are not, they can say you on your face. But rather than saying it to your potential employers, like, okay, I don't want to talk about that employer, I don't remember, I don't know why he gave my name. See, that would act as a very bad parameter against your recruitment policy or recruitment procedure, because you might have cleared all the rounds and you are just to be on the board, but they give a call, it's just a call, it's just a call to confirm, but the person whom you have given the recommendation doesn't even remember you. See, can you believe the kind of damage it can do to your job search? I mean, if the person says, well, I don't remember, I mean, yeah, he might have been reporting to me, but honestly speaking, I don't remember what he was doing or what project he was in, but it's okay. If he has given my name, number, I must have known him. Well, that will not really do. Okay, so guys, please be courteous enough, be formal enough, get back to your employers, explain your job profile that you're looking for. If provided, ask them if you can send your CV, confirm their convenient time, okay, and confirm their contact details. These 4 points you have to be very, very careful about next time you're providing any recommendations. Well, and for all those people who are watching this video, my ex-team members and everybody with whom I have worked, who has reported to me, guys, you know, if you are providing my name, my contact details and others, please send your mail or call me up. My phone number has not changed, which you have, and you can send your request for recommendations to careercounselingonline@gmail.com, or you can drop a message on our Facebook page also, like Career Counseling Online Facebook page. And for everyone, as I always say at the end of the live call, we have a wonderful group in LinkedIn, which is the Career Counseling Online. A lot of activities are happening. A lot of HR groups are joining up. A lot of certified and trained career counselors, life coach, mentors are joining up. So you will have a wonderful time interacting with them, learning from them, and communicating with them about your problem, about your job search, about any kind of problems or any kind of questions that you might have. You can write to me also directly. So guys, stay positive, stay home, and stay safe. Okay, and next time you ask for the recommendation, please remember this 4 points that I mentioned. As always, I say it's wonderful talking to you guys, with you all having me together watching these videos. And we come back again tomorrow. We talk about something very interesting. I have a couple of interesting points to discuss with you guys tomorrow. So be at home, keep safe, and take care of yourself. With that note, I end up today. Okay, take care guys. Bye bye.